We ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
I'm just going to go through the same list I went through with cars. How excited are you to see the locker room on Saturday?
Very excited to see the locker room, the pitch, the whole thing, the mill room, just the stadium itself. Just to be inside it and get a feel for it, practice on it, get used to the turf a little bit, see the new home. It's exciting. So very, very, very excited to see it.
What makes a good locker room? What do the players want?
A comfortable seat, easy access to the cold pools, easy access to the training room.
Right.
Good water pressure.
Well, a bunch of us fat butt media types already sat on the benches, so I think the comfort is gone. We've already took all the squishiness out of it. And the turf, what do you want to see from a turf field? What makes, I mean, I know players prefer grass, but what is it you want to see that makes it a good turf field?
Soft, I guess. It should be soft since it's new. So hopefully it can stay that way as long as possible. But you just want to see how the ball bounces. If they're able to wet it. I haven't heard if they're able to wet it, how often they can wet it. We prefer it wet. But outside of that, just to see how it feels underfoot and see how the ball rolls on it.
Typically the ball rolls slower on turf than it does on grass?
Slower if it's dry, faster if it's wet, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the field will be wider, significantly wider.
Yeah, that's
Why
what
is
I
that
heard.
important to y'all?
I only just heard that. I don't know what the dimensions
75 yards wide.
are. Okay. Yeah, that's big. That's like the old Galaxy Stadium. It's big. You're able to stretch the team out. Offensively, you can spread out and make the teams chase. For possession teams, it's very good. You wear the other team out if they want to try and press, and if they want to get disorganized, you're able to play through lines a little bit easier. So hopefully we can take advantage of that.
What has DC United done well in its first 2 games to get 6 points from them?
They've just been opportunistic. They've created a couple chances and scored on them. We've given away a couple goals as well. The one in DC. Even the one at home, where we could have easily cleared the ball a couple times and we just didn't, and they were opportunistic in front of the goal. Bill Hamid usually plays well against us. Hopefully both those things aren't the case next week.
Are 6 points, 3 points in every game mandatory now coming into next week? Because Montreal, if they win both games this week, could pass y'all and move into 6th.
Yeah, I think it's unrealistic to think that we can win out from here on out. That won't happen. Point blank, it just won't. And but we understand that we are in a good spot as far as points per game, and we've got a lot of home games coming up. Right. But that doesn't guarantee us anything. We still have to go out there and win games, and that's what we plan on doing. We've got a road trip upcoming. Back-to-back games in a short period of time, but both winnable games and both games that we want to win, so we're going to start with those.
Talk about Boswell. What does he bring to the team?
Just more experience, a veteran of the league who knows the ins and outs, knows how to win, has won in this league before. A good guy in the locker room as well. So somebody that's just dependable and reliable whenever the coach is playing.
Is it difficult for a defender to come into Martino's system that likes to play out of the back, where you're going to be under pressure from the opposing team, or is it just a matter of just getting used to it out here on the training pitch?
Yeah, a little bit. It just takes a little bit of time as far as knowing when he wants us to play out, what passes, when do we skip lines and look a little bit longer. Just getting into the rhythm of that, and where guys are positionally when we want to play out and what passes to look for. Those are things that Leandro and I are still working on as well. So obviously, Bobby needs to pick it up quickly, but like I said, he's been around for a long time, so I'm sure he will.
All the lockers are the same at Mercedes Benz. Who picks who gets what? Do you get to do that as captain?
Nope. We'll go in there and find our nameplate. In our locker room here, they're in just numerical order. So you're stuck with the guy whose number you're next to.
So I know you want to be as close to the media when we come in as you possibly can.
Absolutely.
But what's the second best spot to be in the locker room?
Second best spot. As far away from Brad Guzan as possible.
Why is that?
Just kidding. Just because I love Brad. I don't know. As far away from the toilet as possible, probably is the best answer.
You guys have a condensed schedule coming. Not a good answer. You guys have a condensed schedule coming up. How far ahead do you look towards possibly a rotation system? I know you've been in every match and you've taken pride in that, I'm pretty sure. But do you look the next few weeks, say maybe take this match off or that match off, just based on opponent, or you know how you're going to feel after 2 games in 4 days? How are you going to go about that?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I think we've looked at a little bit, and when I say we, I mean individually. It's not something where we decide, so it's not like I look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, this will be the 3rd game in 7 days. I think I'd like to take that one off, It's more that you take care of your body, you get your body ready to go for the next game, and if coach thinks that you're not able to go, or if you really don't think that you can go, maybe you have a conversation. But everybody wants to play as much as possible, so I don't think guys will be asking too much to sit out games. But at the same time, it's probably unrealistic for anybody to play every game or start every game of that stretch. But you never know. The good thing is it's indoor, so we don't have to deal with the heat and humidity. So that'll make recovery a little bit easier. But it'll be difficult. But that's why we have a deep team, and we're going to need guys to step up.
Michael, don't laugh at me when I say this, but is there negatives to having this so much time off?
The negative is we have so many games crunched in September and late September. We prefer to. You like to have a weekend off here and there. Don't get me wrong. Maybe 1 or 2 a season, but 2 in the month. Coming off of. We just had a break as well, so it's a little bit much. We like to play games. Nobody likes to come out here and train for 2 weeks straight and just do fitness and those things. We understand it's necessary, but we want to be back out on the field. We'll have that opportunity soon.
Last question for you is, so much of soccer is an outdoor sport. This is going to be an indoor sport. Do you feel like that, not saying the noise it's going to stay in, but the atmosphere at Bobby Dodd was so good. Is this, the fans got a lot to bring to this new stadium to live up to that atmosphere for you guys, because you guys fed off of that, and that's, to transition that, it's going to be something to work, that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, the atmosphere at Bobby Dodd was amazing, really second to none, and it's going to be the same fans though, and they're going to be bringing the same energy, so it's just a question of how well the stadium holds in the noise. I'm sure with the roof closed, it holds it in pretty well, but we'll see. Our fans are some of the best in the league, and even if we're playing in a bigger stadium and it's not completely full, I know that our capacity will be full. We'll feel them, we'll hear them, and I'm sure the support will be great.
Yeah. What changes happen in the training and preparation when you go from mostly planning for 1 game a week to this stretch where you got 8 and I think 24 to
Yeah, when that stretch starts, I don't think we'll be training too much. It'll be just game recovery, another recovery, and then another game. That's the good thing about all those games is we don't have to train that much. You just get to play games. It's quickly looking over the last game and learning from it, and then sometimes the next day you're focused on the next opponent. So there's little time to go out there and just work on things that don't pertain to the upcoming game, just because the games are going to come so quick. Almost every training session that we have will be focused on the next opponent rather than just going out there and working on things that they want to work on to just improve the team.
All right, thanks, Michael.